What's up, everybody? Brett here. We're back today with our Malus Darkblade campaign. Biting off way more than we can chew. Not expecting this incredible army that has all the tools necessary to beat us. Death and carnage are certainly what awaits. And it'll probably be on our end. Slaughter calls us. Let's try. Guys, I'm excited to do this. I was hoping for once we would get the high ground on our own Black Ark, but that's not the case. We will forever be in the low ground. This is a bug. They gotta fix this. Like, I shouldn't be starting here when I own this. If anything, it should almost be like a little bit of a siege battle or something. I should be able to deploy on like some cool outcroppings or something. Alright, without too much more complaining, let's see what's up. Let's see what their positioning is. So, oh man. Start deployment, get that out of the way. They've got their depth guard. They have several groups. I think they have 5 or so. A bunch of chaff. Some ranged units, which we can mostly ignore. 2 rotting leviathans. 10,000 HP, 150 armor. All of our armor-piercing missiles are going to have to go right into them. More depth guard, more depth guard. Some polearm depth guard. And let's see, 1 carronade. That's going to be something we're going to have to figure out how to take out. I think I have a plan. Alright. But what we can do, we're going to deploy down here. We need a line of sight, and we need to deploy away from the carronade in a way that kind of distracts it. This is going to be probably the cheesiest... Oh, wait. The cheesiest fight we've done in this campaign. I think we're going to have to corner camp just a bit. We can deploy a little far up. I like having our spearmen in the middle. We don't know where those crabs are going to come in.
Merciless warriors.
Get these guys maybe in group 5. Whoa.
Eager for battle.
Okay. They've got a lot of work to do.
Chariots.
Our chariots are going to be responsible for the most number of kills, I feel like, this battle. And clever use of harpies is also going to be very key. So what we want to do is put the harpies close enough to this carronade to make the AI think that they need to target it. And I bet we can pull it out of the army if we try. Now, I really wish that our sorceress here was on a mount, because we could then like go right up in their faces and shoot fireballs at them. But if we get too close, we are just going to get caught out, and we don't want to do that because the depth guard are very fast. We learned that the hard way in one of our earlier battles, but they have a speed of 36. First speed, same speed, but still, when you start charging something, you generally get faster. And I just remembered we have the guiding eye here that we can use for increased armor-piercing missile damage. So we're going to deploy kind of close together here. That way we can make sure that all of our units are getting that bonus. Put him in that mode. And our only offensive spell is going to be Fireball. We might want to spam that on their Lord and see if we can't kill it. Flaming Sword of Ruin could be good as well. Okay. We'll see, guys. Take that off. Take that on. Alright, let's start. I don't expect them to move right off the bat, and they didn't. So I think we might be the ones that move a bit. No, let's make them come to us. Is the carronade moving? That's the big question. And it is. It's turning. Back up, back up, back up. Alright, you see we're getting just outside of its range? So we're forcing it to move. It's just a pattern I kind of noticed with the AI. If I go too far away, let's say I send them way back here, they'll get discouraged. The AI won't chase it that far. But if you kind of dance right outside their range... And we're going to come to the side here and see if we can't shoot these depth guard kind of down this line. This is supposedly good versus artillery, but I have my doubts. And they just move. Man, I miss the old AI that would never move. Okay, we don't want to waste our spells, though. Okay, back up, back up. Before they can take their shots. They're about to. They got buffed. What is that? Spiteful? Spiteful shot. So accuracy and magic damage. There's no reason at all for us to give them that. If we can sit here and use all of our ammunition to take out Depth Guard, that's what we're going to do. And just keep pulling that carronade further and further away. Go about right here. Alright, the AI is starting to move. Let's take off guard mode. We've got tons of ammo left. We're killing models. It doesn't look like they have any kind of invocation of Nehex. That's a Lore of Deep Lord. And that's the line for our bolt throwers. So when we see them getting to about that point, that's where we want to stop. Alright, it's time to charge. And come and shut down that carronade. And all these units that they're going to try and leave behind to defend, we're going to run them down with the chariots. I think that's the play. Not shooting to these blobs. I don't think they'll be able to avoid that, so we'll shoot that now. Okay, we don't want to get caught up by these crabs. They've got 50 speed to our 84. They should never catch us. I'm going to charge in there. Okay. We're now in range of some stuff. I really want to focus down the Rotting Leviathan as soon as possible. Pull out, pull out. Alright, they're in range. We can also pop this. The Harpies are going to clean that up for me, so no more artillery to worry about. And we should be able to pull out of this. They have no mass to stop us. Alright. And we have an overcasted fireball that we can use. Alright, keep moving. Perfect, and our Harpies are now done their job over there. And we'll use this so that they have to move or take the hit. And boy, do we need to focus down Depth Guard. Okay, okay, get out, get out. Oh no, a little bit of miss micro here. I could slow-mo it to make it much easier for myself. But that hardly seems fair. Or fun. Gotta kill this thing. Give him a little magic here to help him out. Alright, Harpy's getting run down. So are our chariots. Come on, Harpies, get in there. If we could crumble both of those units, that would be huge. Alright, now's the time, guys. We'll change those to scatter, and we'll shoot into these blobs. And now we are going to hyper-focus this Lord. Let's give them extra damage. Come on, get out of there. Come and hit them there. If we kill the Lord, we've got a real shot here. Just need our boys to hold. Come on, use that spell. Alright guys, you're coming back.
Onwards to murder. Going, merciless warriors. Carnage awaits. Onward.
Pull out, keep our models, and we need these guys in the front lines now.
Terror and death. Back. Orders understood. Kill them.
Yeah, we didn't. Man, we didn't quite get that lord, which is why they're not crumbling.
Battle ready. Suffering for all. Druki, forward. Sorceress of Grond.
Sorceress and the lord are gonna have to fight now to the death. Harpies, get in there.
Withdraw. Slaughter.
Don't withdraw. We can do this.
Chariots. Sorceress of Grond.
Got to get her in there. Got to find where the biggest groups are and drop that on them. Hopefully that lands.
As you say, bloody murder.
Come on, Harpies.
Feared by all.
Keep up the buffs.
King. All powerful.
She looks like she's doing okay. Please hit this guy with that.
Eager for battle. Cold-blooded killer.
Chariots are somewhat offline.
Struki. Dark shards. Cruel and
Come on, man. You
deadly.
can beat them.
It is done. Following orders. Chariots.
Chariots got to get in there and get more kills.
Druki.
Alright, all the Harpies are shot out of the sky now.
Druki. Death is coming.
Oh my gosh, can we win this? We've got no winds of magic. We have no black arc abilities.
Dark shards.
Alright, our chariots are back online here.
Nagarothi.
If we could just
Massacre
kill this
them.
guy, go down.
End them. Sorceress of Grond. Lord of Fear.
Just pop all the buffs. It doesn't matter. The artillery crew is just going to have to
Cold-blooded killers.
take some of those hits for us.
To destruction. Hack. Cut. The merciless host.
We're trying to break this guy's resolve, that way his binding starts to crumble.
Moving out.
We'll charge here. They should go next.
Dealers in death. At
Alright,
once.
get them back on their piece
Blood-drenched Lord.
and start shooting at that.
Destroy.
And stay the heck away from the Leviathan, otherwise we'll probably just straight up lose.
Chariots. Bolt
We got another bolt thrower crew. If we could get them back on, that would be awesome.
Lord.
Get our lord scooting up
Eager for
so he can
blood.
take shots. We've got a longer range. If these chariots come back, we can send them that way.
Dark shards.
Alright, yeah, just keep kiting. Keep
Onward.
coming this way.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Make sure we take off guard mode, that way he can chase.
Bolt
And we've got plenty of ammunition to bring this thing down, if we can just hit it.
feared by all.
They can't catch me. That's not an issue.
Eager for battle. For the king. It is done.
The problem is all this terrain. You can see we don't have a great line of sight on this guy. Come on, man,
I
shoot.
live for murder.
That's it, though. I think we've got him crumbling. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we won this. Oh, dang. What a tough fight. Jesus. Hopefully our actual units are still alive. Whew. Whew. By pulling apart the Leviathans, never letting them get a square engagement in the front lines, killing that first one almost as soon as it made it to the front lines. The Carronade, 0 kills. That was incredibly important. I wish we could have killed the Admiral much, much sooner. That would have sent the leadership into a downward spiral much faster. I just don't know what we could have done about it. We just had so many things we had to focus on. I am so happy that worked out. We're going to take even more gold. We just got, I think, 3,000 from that. We're about to get another 1,500. Plus whatever we get from the actual event. Oh my god. We did it, boys. We did it. We did it. I'm reading this. I'm so excited. Oh, man. For Christmas, guys, I got a little, like, plushy stomach. It's like the cutest little stuffed animal ever, but it looks like a stomach. Right? Stuffed animal. I guess it's not a stuffed animal. It'd be a stuffed stomach. And there's a whole series of these things that look like organs. So my wife got me one that looks like a stomach. And it's sitting in the chair with me. I just moved and he like almost fell out. Alright. The Pirate Cove contained great wealth in the form of treasures and items stolen from across the four corners. But getting to it was no easy feat. When the Vampire Admiral at the helm of the Black Ship saw you approach, he immediately readied his horde of crewmen and darkling creatures for battle. After defeating the undead freebooters, you ransacked their ship as well as the hidden cave to make for a plentiful horde. And even the Talisman of Endurance is an incredible 15% ward save. Wow. That's something we certainly want to give to Malus. That's a talisman. Perfect. 15% ward save on him is enormous. He's already got Gambler's Armor, so that's 25%. Plus when he gets his sword, I think he also gets more. Yeah, another 5%. He's going to have a ton of ward save. Plus, I think he gets, 10% whenever he's in this mode. He's going to have, like, almost 50% ward save by the time we're done with that. And we could feasibly get much more. That was an important battle, guys. All that gold, we've been struggling for gold this entire campaign, and in one fell swoop, we just solved that entire problem. Crazy. And now I can kind of go nuts. I can buy whatever I want. I can get whatever unit I want. Right? Incredible. What do I want? I've got the ability to retrofit my entire army now if that's something that I would like to do. Wow. Let's sit here. I know I want some Hydras for this army for sure. Do I need 2 of them? I want 2 of them. But do I need 2 of them? I don't know. Remains to be seen. We'll also get 2 Sisters of Slaughter. I kind of want to get rid of these Dark Shards and get some shielded versions, but that's a little bit greedy. There'll be a point probably when we get Shades that I can consider getting rid of the Dark Shards. But I think this is a nice change for us. And then here, this guy deserves all sorts of stuff. Let's give him a bodyguard. We don't want to give him High Elf Slave because I don't think he counts as being inside of a local region whenever he's offshore. I could be totally wrong. I just don't think that's the case. Let's go for another stack of Infamous Raider. And then, Jesus, what can we get? So, we need more population. That's kind of the biggest thing holding us back. When we get up to 8, we can get the Gargantuan Black Arc.
Cain honors me.
Which gives us an additional ability that I've never seen before, the Bolt of Spite. I wouldn't be surprised if that was simply like a Doom Bolt. So just another spell for us. And that'll unlock Black Dragons. But the big thing that I want right now more than anything is the Dread Mance. I think we need to kind of aim for that. But we need to recruit. We need to recruit some units. Some actual... And I was going to go with more Black Ark Corsairs. Oh, that's right. We're using this. Okay, that makes sense. It's going to take forever. That's alright. We'll recruit 1. We'll see what's up with that. Alright, let's go back to our starting province. Tor Elisor. Oh, that feels so good. We don't have to worry about money. Let's just get these walls up. Get that going. This area here needs... I think there's a Skaven thing under here that's causing corruption. Or we just need to get rid of Queek, who I'm pretty sure is based out of here. It's like his only territory. If we do that, we might be fine. But we've already spent a good chunk of the gold we had. Let's go up here and see if there's... This is the most important province for us in the game. So if there's a way we can lock this down, we should probably just do that. I don't want to upgrade that either.
High Beastmaster.
Okay.
Stay away, Tz'arkan.
Well, let's just decide what else we want to put in Tor Serpendar. What does this exactly give us? Yeah, I'm not interested in that. It just feels like a really big wasted slot. Slave pens we could do, and then we could start putting some slaves in here. Maybe we just get some kind of recruitment building. Something that can add to our global recruitment. Or we could do something like Altar of Cain, which also provides us with Untainted, which would help. And we'd be able to recruit a Death Hag. I kind of like that. We could just use this as kind of a cool place to get some extra heroes from. And it also serves to help us stabilize our public order. I like that. I think that's a nice use of our gold. And if we get up to 10 next turn there, we're going to spend a little bit of gold to help ourselves lower our possession. Okay, guys, I'm excited. I can't believe we just fought that army and won. That fixed all of our problems.
Fear I will wear your skin.
Blood, your time.
I was expecting maybe 10,000 from that. But instead we made 20,000 plus 1,500 plus I think 3 grand. That's so huge.
We will never aid you.
I'll crush you one day, but probably not today.
Nasty.
Just trying to get an idea of what everyone's feeling. Getting that trade agreement with Crone Hellebron. I would love to end up confederating her. She is powerful right now. She's taken this entire spot here. She's got 10 settlements. We're still considered strength 1. Ah, she's strength 2 though.
It leads to war.
Yeah, she likes to join a worthy faction, and we're probably more worthy than Malekith and Nagaron. Yeah, that would be a huge prize for us. That would also drive the production of our scrolls up astronomically. So we've got some public order stuff to deal with. We're going to have to come back to Tor Serpendar very soon to deal with that. It's not a problem. By the time we're done recruiting here, Tor Serpendar, you know, they'll hold for a while. I don't think we got anything from this. So it's kind of weird that it's showing it to me. Faction destroyed. Deadwood Sentinels pieced out. Sea Legs, that's nice. Campaign movement range plus 5% for the entire army. Thanks to Kalen. That's awesome on a Black Ark. The farther we can move, the more effective we'll be at pretty much everything. Why am I not able to replenish? Well, we ran some captives. Oh, we need to do this. We need to drink that elixir. Our possession is way too high. Is there something going on in the sea right now? There are local effects. I'm not sure. I don't see the local effect. We ran some captives, but is our replenishment that low? Alright, not sure. See, Horde. Should have a plus 10%. Yeah, we're going to be losing this lost cargo buff very soon. And as I kind of predicted in the last episode, I talked about whether or not we should come in here and take this place from Dawn's Light and risk going to war with Krotkgar. Or we could sit here for a few turns, wait for them to have that rebellion we saw coming, and then let the Skaven just ruin it, and then we can just run in and take it, and Krotkgar won't hate us. I thought then that that was the better move, and it seems like that is the case. Is there anything that we need to do right now?
Beastmaster. My lord?
Okay. 11 more turns until we can do the gift to the Witch King. I need to start using the sacrifice to Cain. Next time we have a turn where we're going to have like 2 or 3 battles in one turn, we need to remember to do that. Let's get in Haggrave, so that way we can heal up a bit more. Man, we have the Raven Heralds too. Such a cool unit. I feel like somebody should be using that. I don't want to get rid of my very limited range tools for that army.
Malus Darkblade.
Come over here and get one more Black Art Corsair. And if that's all we can do, I mean, I can start the process of building this. But they're going to rebel in 2 turns anyway.
I will have their heads.
Yeah, I don't want to spend that much gold on that. Let's roll it. And we might want to check in on Crow and Hellebron pretty often. Alright, they failed to block my army. That's good. We'll see how many turns it takes for these Skaven to build up and potentially go and destroy that.
Withdraw.
Oh, no. I bet if we retreat, they can still catch us.
Disengaging.
Oh, thank God they can't get me.
My powers are growing.
Okay, we got to get the heck out of here. But that ruins my recruitment. March to War is a mission that we've been issued. Okay, we have to get the heck out of here.
I grow weary.
We've got a lot of issues, guys. Okay, let's come here and be ready for
Is a struggle.
that rebellion so we can just instantly counter it. And we're going to have to full speed the heck out of here. That sucks. It messes up our recruitment. We should have had Hydras this turn. Kind of okay. It gives us a ton of our treasury back. It's not a huge loss, but it's not great. Okay. Let's go into Piercing Bolts of Burning. We needed some AoE spells in that last battle, and we didn't have any. Here, I was kind of saving up for a Dark Pegasus. It's going to be 3 more turns. I'm tempted just to put her on a cold one. No, we should upgrade Soul Stealer, I think. That's a spell that we're going to actually use. No doubt. And I guess we can just upgrade that. Whatever. Upgrade the Temple of Cain. Can upgrade that. It takes a long time for that 3rd tier. It's only 75 extra gold a turn. It takes a long time for you to get those, like, couple thousand back. It's an investment into a long campaign.
Ferocious.
We're replenishing here. I guess we'll give him the Raven's Herald. So cheap in this army. He needs a caster, though. Roll again. And he's sending some armies down here. Malekith is. I mean, he wants to keep fighting Tretch, but Tretch is sort of far from home for him. Ensure that one of the following buildings have been constructed. Awesome. I think that was Haggrave finishing, perhaps? Or that was something else. Oh, I think that's where we can, yeah, we can recruit our heroes. So, perfect. We're going to get a Hag.
The people are displeased.
And we're going to move out here.
Fangs and talons. On the prowl.
We're going to sack this.
Bring a stampede. Legendary.
Get ourselves some more traits, some more loot. That's a lot of loot.
The strong shall always dominate.
Slaves are the biggest thing. We need to keep our slave count high. And then who is actually at war with Tretch?
But you
That's important information to know. Because if someone Yeah, so Nagaron hates them. So every time we do something with them, Nagaron should love us more and more. If you look at all the reasons why they approve of us.
I am king of the Druki.
Give me some gold, man.
Of the merciless host. No.
Nah, he's not giving me any gold.
Cain abhors diplomacy.
Will you give me gold?
Unless it leads to war. Cain take
Nah, you won't. Okay. Well, that was still a good battle. We got a couple of good things from that. Are we done with his upkeep reduction? We are. That's awesome. So now we can go into some other stuff. Let's get the aristocratic name of power so that he can influence the province. I don't know exactly what that's going to give to him. Hold on, we got to read this. A jumped up upstart noble thinks to mollify you, throwing insults that cannot be tolerated. Your agents discover that soon he will leave the safety of his stronghold on a journey. Whilst he is gone, you could raze his manor to the ground by way of revenge. It is poorly guarded, yet access must be gained. How to get in? Sneak in at the docks gives us Leviathan Rage. Upkeep minus 15% for Black Ark Corsair units, which we could fill this army with. And gives us income from ports, 5% for all regions. I don't think Haggrave has a port. It might. I don't remember. Or we can get Cut Down the Door, Gate Smiter. Leadership when laying siege. Enemy leadership when laying siege. That's awesome. And then reload time reduction. No, we're going to go for the upkeep reduction on Black Ark Corsairs. And bonus to income from ports, which there certainly is a port here. Perfect. And at some point, we're going to get rid of all of these units and go for Corsairs.
Heal, beasts of Druki.
Yeah, I think that's the play. And the Black Ark Corsairs are going to be almost... These guys cost 7. They cost 7, y'all. Oh, man. Okay, this army is getting retrofitted now. We're going to keep some of our spearmen.
Nature's torment.
Okay. They didn't rebel because we were in the province, so let's move out.
Shut up, demon!
I didn't think it would be that much of an influence having us there. I thought they would still be in trouble. I don't know where the High Elves are now. But I'm actually okay just to come... We want to go in the different stance. We want to go in this stance, move here,
Anchors away.
and continue trying to recruit.
Wins to me.
Tyrant.
Okay. Let's get probably just 3.
Is easily remedied.
We want 1 Charybdis and then 2 of those guys. That's the biggest thing. And then here, is there anything that we could quickly get? Because we didn't even get the chance to finish our Sisters of Slaughter either, which was a bummer. We'll wait here and see if we can do that. Scraghole is now set and ready. 4,000 to level that up. That's quite a bit. Oh, man.
Do not vex
We might
us
want to
for-
save that money because... save that money, that's a little Dicky song. So that when Hag Grafe levels, we have what we need to actually put some buildings here. Because that's going to be a huge part of what we do. We have heroes now. We have heroes that we can get. Let's zoom around the map a little bit. We finished in Tor Serpendar, the Altar of Cain. So let's get a hero. We can only get 1. Poison attacks is pretty good. Frenticily, plus 4 leadership to your entire army. That's pretty huge. I like magic item drop chance, but 4 leadership to your entire army. That's an enormous buff. And that's going to give us 500 gold. She's nearly paying for herself. We could send her into Malus's army. What would I get rid of here? Honestly, the weakest links are these Black Ark Corsair Hambos. Or, I mean, the Dread Spears would be super real. We don't need these 2. Eventually, they're going to be replaced with Blackguard. I guess maybe the Harpies. We don't need 2 groups of those. We could instead get, like, 1 Feral Manticore. Get rid of both the Harpies. get the Hag. I like the Hag in this army as well. Especially once she's on the shrine.
Hag of Cain.
Well, we don't have to decide right this second. Let's just see if we can hook her up with some stuff. I feel like we have a couple extra items we could give her. And we did. I think we're going to send her to the Black Ark. But I'm going to have to get rid of something. And if I'm going to get rid of something, I should decide sooner rather than later. And I think it's going to be the Harpies. We're going to merge them together. And we'll send her there. And then when the time is right, we'll also recruit probably one Manticore. That way we still have the mobility of a flying unit. And that gives us a lot of power on the battlefield. Very tempted to get the Dark Tower. It just takes so long to upgrade because this isn't a suitable climate for us. It's unpleasant. I'm going to pass that. Alright, it'll take 2 turns for this to finish, but it'll also take 2 turns for us to get the units that we're trying to get. It's a little scary to not be at full strength with any of my armies right now. Oh, he tried to take out my Hag. You jerk. I'm happy it failed, but he is level 6. The odds of him succeeding was probably quite high.
Noxious potions. I have just the
And she has the ability to help us replenish troops as well, which is great. Alright, the Charybdis is getting recruited. Once this is back up to full strength, I won't have to be so scared of stray, like, half stacks of high elf armies. There we go. It only takes 1 turn to recruit that Manticore, too. Pretty good pickup. 2 more turns here. We'll have a rebellion to fight, and we'll be happy to do it.
We are restless.
A little bit more here, and we'll get up to a large occupied elven colony. But all of these garrisons are now huge and very stable. Tower of the Sun, the one we care the most about, is very strong. A 17-unit garrison. Black Dragon has its own sorceress. Yeah, very good. And we also, while we're sitting here, we can upgrade something else. Man, do we do this? So here's the deal, guys. Doing this is great. There's nothing wrong with doing this right now. Other than we push back getting basically Blackguard and Cold One Knights. I want to get Cold One Chariots as well. I actually haven't done any unit comparisons between the Cold One Chariots and the Scourge Runners. I just have to imagine that they're just better. I need to really dig into the stats, though, to understand why.
Aerith Kyle comes.
Man, do we just do this? And then be done with it? I think we do. It also makes the Black Ark more survivable, giving it that extra spell. And then Haggrave has 1 more turn. We'll use all that gold next turn. Get the slave pins and things that we wanted.
Following orders.
Alright, let's go mess up this layer again. We should still be able to auto-resolve it.
Send them to the
Absolutely. And they're forced to reinforce me instead of the other way around. And we actually have enough of a surplus in income that we could afford to leave that province and not wreck it.
Many slaves to slaughter. I show. Our territory.
It's tempting to occupy.
We claim this place.
Interesting. If I occupy it, though, I miss out on a lot of gold next turn.
Trample
But I also don't want Malekith to take it. If I'm going to expand in this area, I need to start doing it. Let's do it. We've got the gold. We've got the gold. This place is mine. We also just got a potion of healing. That is awesome. He's already got a potion, so thankfully we don't need to take it from him, which they don't generally like. And now he gets his Mana Core mount. Oh, that's a huge pickup for him. Awesome. Dark Elves hold no creature in higher esteem than the Manticore, for they believe it to be one of the 1,000 incarnations of Cain. And next turn we're going to come back to Haggrave. We're going to start recruiting some more. fix our economy a little bit. We'll get a rebellion. We'll smash it. Our next few plays are pretty well, calculated here. I have to imagine that Tretch might have a full stack army here at Tz'arkan. I'm hoping they don't come and fight me in open field here. I think we can beat them with this plus what I have, but it would be close. It really would depend on what exactly they have.
Death Hag.
Okay. All moves I think that need be made have been made. Let's check out just real quick.
You think you can lead the troop? I refuse.
I'm mostly curious what Hellebron is thinking right now. She likes us. We could give her a small gift. That would make her like us a heck of a lot more. She's at war with this random orc tribe down here. We could offer to join that war with no intention to actually fight it. That's a pretty good strategy to make people like you as well. But for all I know, some giant Wa is going to come down here and smash the Caverns of Sotek, which isn't as strong of a defensive spot as I would like. Let's roll it. We've also got a technology finishing this turn, which is kind of exciting. We might want to consider jumping up to the next tier. It costs 2,000 gold to do that. Alright, this guy tried to wound us, and he critically failed. A level 6 went up against a level 17, and he basically riggedy wrecked himself. We could try and join that super far away war and get them to like us. Alright, Sisters of Slaughter, now on the field.
Never. Brewing.
Let's get her in. What's the deal? Get in there.
Ready?
Oh, that's right. This is full. We need to get rid of something. I think we're gonna we're gonna get rid of one of our spearman units.
Bride of madness, observing these rules.
Awesome. Also love the extra replenishment as well. Black Ark Corsair achievement has been unlocked. Not sure what that is. I don't think we need these Dread Spears at all. We should probably just recruit something else. And I like having a big terror-causing monster there. Capitano Sisico. All Chevron rank 6 units. They've got deck gunners, lots of handguns, carronades, Mornghuls, rotting Prometheans, gunnery mobs on the top. Necrofex, Colossus, and Leviathan. This is a real army. They're also level 35. They're at war with me. Oh no. That's not good.
Stay away.
Pretty sure I can beat them at full health, but it would still be a close thing.
Nowhere to run.
Let's smash this rebellion real quick. We could do it in person. I don't think we need to do that. That'll take too much time.
The quotas must be filled.
Yeah, 2,251. It's a nice payday.
Put the
That pays for the Sisters of Slaughter.
push me.
Causes fear when fighting against high elves. Okay. Hopefully this corruption will start to go down. Yeah, this place is now stable. I think it's almost entirely thanks to the altar of Cain.
Glorious carnage.
And we can level up Malus now. Alright, this whole line is good to go. I think we got to take Contempt and Hatred. Just straight up 20% weapon strength. With hate, all things are possible. I believe. I believe, my friend. Potion of Healing. Okay, we need to see what Malus is using in that slot, because him having the ability to regenerate, I think, is just probably better than everything else. And I'm sure you guys would agree. Let's continue getting this guy some armor. 125 armor is nothing to sneeze at. Take away this Whip of Agony. Agony, rather. Give him the whip. You have nothing? You can have a slave. Give her a Sword of Striking. Very weak. But, I don't know. You combine that with Vicious, put her on a chariot or something like that. She'll do fine in combat. And it looks like Dawn's Light was somehow able to survive their rebellion. Move forward. Dang, I was hoping they would get taken out by the Skaven. But we can't postpone that forever. We're going to eventually have to conquer our neighbors
We are
and start a war that we might not want to actually fight. Okay. Wow, and now we can get the Dragon Tower too. Well, I regret the Manticore decision now. Because we can legitimately just straight up start making dragons. Oh, man. Okay. Before we spend all that gold, we have to remember that I've got Haggrave to level up. And this is a huge part of our campaign. This has to get done. They need slave pens. And what was the other thing? They also need... I mean, we're going to want... We've already got Black Roads. What is the other thing? I'm trying to remember. Well, we've got to get all the way up to Slave Market for sure. I could have sworn there was something that we could do... I mean, these are all great things that we could build here. But the whole point of this is that we're trying to get maximum money from this place. So we get an extra 400 gold a turn from this. Not also to count out the increase in tradable resources. And what else are we getting? Minus 5% upkeep for all the knight units and chariot, you know, basically all the cold one units. Wow, okay. Well, we want to do this. And then here I think the last thing was just to get torture posts. That way we could stabilize this place long enough. That way we could leave it. And I think we're going to do that there. We've got a rebellion coming in hot next turn. We're going to show up there to smash it. But that goes our entire income, essentially. My big question right now, the only thing I'm left kind of deciding, is whether or not to get the heck away from this.
No, I'm surrounded by fools.
And spend that last turn that we need in order to finish the Charybdis. Because if this thing attacks me, we're in a lot of trouble. We can't beat that. Also, it would be nice to be in reinforcement range for Tor Elisor. That way we could give them these 4 spells. I think we could easily lose to a stacked High Elf army in a siege if we don't have any magic. Like, this is not an overwhelming defensive army. It's pretty poor, actually. It's just enough to hold the walls and the gates and the causeways, but not enough to crush, like, huge blobs of infantry. We have no magic. With these 4 spells, though, we might have a chance. Okay, and because I don't have 2,000 gold to throw around, we're going to have to get one of these mediocre upgrades here. This gives speed. Let's just grab the leadership. Yeah, we'll grab the leadership for the Dread Spears, Bleak Swords, Dark Shards, Black Ark Corsairs. It's good for the Black Ark Corsairs mostly, but in all of our garrisons and stuff, these are all units that are going to get affected by that. And whenever we have to fight rebellions, it'll be great that we know that our, our defending armies won't break. So this is kind of the big question right here, guys. This is the really big question. I think I have to drop this Charybdis, and I need to move as close to Tor Elisor as I can get, and away from that super scary army of the Vampire Coast. Hopefully they don't go ashore. They're like weirdly untargetable. So I think they're like one of those like spawned armies. They have no real faction. But we can still recruit something to round out this army in one turn. We could just get another Manticore. I don't hate that. 2 Manticores instead of 2 Harpies. Sure, let's just get another Manticore. And now I think we will indeed wait until we get another 10 population so that we can get that Dread Mance. Don't need any of that. Actually, man, casualty replenishment rate only an extra 1%. That's pretty garbage. But we have very low replenishment rate here. If we go into... Is there anything we can give him? No. No talisman. If we go into here, we're probably going to want to get Elven Healing. After we get all of these, we're going to almost certainly want to get all of these. Okay, Loose. Darken the Skies. Volley of Dark Arrows would be cool. Immortality is important as well. Alright, everything is in motion. We didn't quite get everything we wanted. I still don't have my dang Hydras. Name of the last episode was Hail Hydra. Don't have any Hydras. Feels pretty bad, man. This is getting growth. We'll keep that for now.
Feel my whip.
Alright, one more turn, and then we're going to be good for today's episode.
Few things would
Hopefully nothing
gladden
crazy
my
happens.
heart more than your death.
Not surprised they want a peace treaty here. We're not going to give it to them.
I do not mistake your ruthlessness for intelligence, rat.
Yeah. I like to check and see what the likelihood of success here is. If it's high, that means they really, really want a treaty. And if they really, really want a treaty, that usually means sometimes it'll give me information like they're... maybe they just lost their main army. Or something like that. Like the AI really thinks it's losing, but in a moderate, it still thinks it has a chance. It just kind of doesn't want to deal with me. That's kind of how I interpret it. We got a rebellion. They completed their ritual, but I'm about to smash them out of existence. So it doesn't really matter. Here, though, you just get another artisan's house. You get some shades, I suppose. It's funny we don't have a single recruitment building here. Let's go take out the rebellion. Yeah, we stopped at the last second because I wanted to make sure I got the Raven Heralds in here. Now let's attack. Alright, we'll take this fight just because I want to show you guys the Raven Heralds in case you've never seen them before.
Show them nature's
It's a little bit of Dark Elf on Dark Elf violence. Would love to get that repeater, that bolt thrower, rather. This army kind of needs a little artillery. It either needs a lot more cav or some artillery to make it really effective. But he's now on a mana core, so we are kind of the terror in the skies. Let's deploy here. No, you know what? They're just going to be right here, probably. Or over here. The sooner we get to them, the sooner we stop getting shot to death.
dread spears, eager for battle.
Red Spears in the front.
Corsair handbows.
Secondary line of Corsair Handbows. Much wider.
Dark shards.
And then a back line of Dark Shards,
Pillars.
including our Regiment of Renown. We'll keep these in a kind of a cool ranged or aerial group.
Eager for battle.
Alright, start that battle. Let's go up the hill.
Following orders.
And we'll take this group and we'll scout out.
Destruction.
Raven Heralds, something to know about them is that they're very fragile. They're basically just
Dark
your
rider
crossbowmen on horses, except, yeah, they're repeater crossbowmen. But they are on Pegasi. So they're super fast. That's their biggest thing. They have not a lot of ammo. Only 16. I wish they had like 18 or more. Maybe 20 would be cool. Yeah, 18. Alright, 18 seems fair if you consider that the Dark Shards have 18. But they often shoot, run out of ammo, and then you just kind of use them to rear charge because their combat stats are pitiful. They're really just good for their Vanguard ability. Their ability to kind of maybe surprise an artillery piece, something like that. And we also have the Shadows of Anlek, which is nice. They're moving a lot here. See if we can still catch them. That was mediocre. It doesn't kill really models.
You're right then. We are ready.
It's only that ability is only really good for doing some HP damage.
As you say.
We can fast forward here. They have some range tools.
Dark Rider crossbows.
I don't really want to trade shots with those guys. They'll win that.
Moving out.
They will 100% win that trade.
Onward.
Let's just back up. And send the cav in. I can pin them in with the cav, and then swoop in from behind
Beastmaster.
with something else. Supreme Sorceress has left herself kind of vulnerable. Let's get the cav in quickly.
Dread spears.
Everybody needs to run.
Carnage awaits. Eurathan. Carnage awaits.
We're going to go on them there. What do we get? Spirit Leech? Oh, that sucks.
Roaring minions.
We'll use these augments.
Unrelenting. Druki.
Keep shooting. And let's get in there with our cav. Alright, I'm kind of happy they're routing instead of just dying.
Dread
That was not really a good
Dealers
idea to take that fight.
glorious destruction.
Those Dark Shards have shields.
Corsair handbows. The merciless
Let's just lock everybody in and send them.
Nagarothi.
Send them in a fight.
Dark shards.
The Crows have rallied. And now they can go do their actual intended purpose, which is to shut that down.
Cold ones.
Our cav is now engaged.
Beastmaster. Bloodlust. Heed the lash. Going. We sense battle. Nagarothi.
This is the sloppiest battle of the day.
Without question. Druki, forward. With pleasure.
Alright, and then we're going to regenerate a lot of HP from killing that artillery crew, which is kind of cool.
Dark shards.
Alright, please kill them.
Eager for battle.
Not sure why none of my units are shooting. But we've been rampaged by the Witch Elves.
Cold-blooded killers. To destruction. Dealers in
You guys just need to get in there, not you.
Onward. Onward. My blade hungers.
Make sure we're giving ourselves that ward save.
Cold-blooded killers.
Yeah, this one group here kind of held us all back.
Merciless warriors. Corsair handbows. Suffering for all. Death.
And that should be all she wrote. Yeah, we can recover HP all day long, but we're not going to regenerate any models, which is the big problem. These units, like, visually bother me. They're a little too glowy. There we go.
Druki. At once.
Alright, we knocked them all
Dealers
down.
in death. Massacre
Man,
them.
get in there and kill those Dark Shards. Why are we not shooting them?
Battle
Are we just in, like, some weird obstruction because of these couple trees?
Dread spears.
These Witch Elves also are up to 121 kills, carving us up.
Predators all. Dark Rider crossbow.
And send these guys to just chase down routing units. It's probably the best thing that they can do.
Suffering for all. Advancing.
Yeah, sorry for the lame last battle. It's kind of just sloppy. But down goes the rebellion. Man, Witch Elves. Against our lightly armored guys. If we could have put them up against some Black Arcs, that would have been good. Black Arc Corsairs. The units in this game with the super long names always bother me. If you have to say zombie, pirate, deckhand, mob, handgunner, like every time,
You're worth
you lose your
more
mind.
alive.
We'll take the replenishment.
Even pitiful life has value.
I'd be happy if I got to fight them again,
Instead,
which is part of the value of actually fighting them, you know, manually and letting a lot of them live. Wow, we got another one of those. Yeah, we're going to change that out. Double potions of healing is huge. And now we get to fight them again, and we will auto-resolve this. We've also got the help of Haggrave's
tear
garrison,
flesh from bone.
meaning we shouldn't lose anything in the auto-resolve.
Servitude is your destiny. I deal with animals, not slaves.
I think we can
You're
afford
worth more alive. Forward.
the negative casualty replenishment rate after we took slaves on the first one. And then we just come in here and sit in Haggrave.
Ready to ravage.
But we've got to pay to drink the elixir again. That way we can get our casualty replenishment rate back up.
The people are displeased.
What do we build here, though? We could build another black road. I actually don't hate that, but I think it's probably just smarter just to get the artisan. Artisan would be the choice for gold. Conscription halls if we want to get some different units in here. And I think we do. I want to get Black Arcs, Corsairs in this army. Because of that massive upkeep reduction. They're basically free if we just fill out our entire army with them. And also that leads me to also want to get... and of course we're going to want to get Monstrous Recruitment up online after our next upgrade of Haggrave. But I want to get... What is it? Is it Lashmaster? No. Raid Leader? No. I guess it's just Line Breaker. Yeah. Line Breaker will buff them. And then we would come down here. Yeah, nothing in there. That affects allies in range. It would be Ravager rewards. So increase range, speed, and armor for them. This doesn't affect them though. Sometimes you gotta read it. Generally they only get affected by one of those. But I forgot to do this. Let's grab... Beast Tamer doesn't do anything for me here. Let's just get Inspiring Presence.
Cease your provocations.
Tempting to get the Blackstone Walls. But instead, let's just get the Dark Palisade. Lock down this province.
The strong rule here.
Yeah, guys, we're done. I think my brain is fried. Let's pick this up. We'll pick this up tomorrow. I hope you guys had a good holidays. I know mine was pretty great. It's hard to get in that mindset of, you know, spending so much time with family and having to go back to spending a lot of time on a computer. I know that's going to be my life for a while once school starts for me, but I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it 100%. We'll see what happens, though. Open mind. Anyway, y'all. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was very fierce. We've got a lot of battles coming up in the next episode. So I may... You know what? It might not even be. I'm just trying to remember to use this right at some point. That way I can show you guys how it's good and how we can, you know, actually take advantage of it. But anyway, y'all. Take care. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Later.